So, good evening to all of you. Welcome to our session today, Om, the Divine Melody. Love and gratitude to all of you who have joined the session. Love and gratitude to our masters, Dr. Newton Kondavati, Dr. Lakshmi, all the beautiful masters in QLU, all the beautiful masters, right from Buddha, Shiva, and everyone who are leading us in this path of light and love. So today's topic is a very beautiful topic. We will discuss Om. What is Om? What is Omkar? And how we connect to this divine melody. Are you able to see the screen? Yeah. So existence and evolution is constantly evolving and progressing in the direction of Satyam, Shivam, Sundaram. Satyam is truth, Shivam is auspiciousness, and Sundaram is beauty. So let's look at some of the statements by some of our beautiful masters. Today I'll begin with a quote from Albert Einstein, one of the greatest scientists of all time. And he had this very beautiful thing to say. He says, everything is energy, and that's all there is to it. Match the frequency of the reality you want, and you cannot help but get that reality. It can be no other way. This is not philosophy, this is physics. And this comes from Albert Einstein, one of the greatest scientists of all time, who made this statement after so many experiments, after so much of deep study on everything. He says, we are that energy. Our sages on deep meditation have come up with a different aspect of energy. Scientists have said energy is in the form of electrons, neutrons, protons, neutrons, so it's more electrical. Sages have said something similar, but they have said that energy is expressed as sound. So, one of the most beautiful statements of our Upanishads is Sarvam Kalvidam Brahma. That is, all of this is Brahman. The expression is poetic, but you can see that there is a similarity in what our scientists say and what our sages say. The scientists base their statements on the experiments they do in the lab, and the sages come up with this statement based on their experiments with the inner self. And who is experiencing this evolution? Who is experiencing this existence, this evolution, this Satyam, Shivam, Sundaram, it is we human beings. It is only man who is capable, who is capable of really being conscious of this truth. This is another beautiful statement from a French philosopher, and he came up with this very beautiful expression where he says, we are not human beings having a spiritual experience. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. And this is really true. But it has to be our experience. And how does this all connect to Om? Om is actually the sound of silence, the sound that is pervading the entire universe. And Om is given many meanings and layers of symbolism in the Upanishads. It's called the sacred sound. It's called the Udgita, the song of the universe. It's called the infinite, the all encompassing, the whole world, the truth, the ultimate reality, the finest essence, the cause of the universe, the essence of life, the Brahman, the Atman, the vehicle of deepest knowledge and self knowledge, Atma Jnana. So, all this which Upanishads express or define again comes from, these are expression of all those sages who have expressed it after they have realized the truth in the deepest of meditation. The beautiful child and the enlightened sage. Let's take these two beautiful examples. In many ways, they are similar. They are similar because one, they are always in the here and now, in the present moment. They are spontaneous, they are loving, they are connected to the universal consciousness, which is Om. And they are blissful without any reason. They are just blissful all the time. Our voice, my voice is too low. Let me see whether I can increase the volume. Sorry about it. Is my voice okay now? Okay, can I have a thumbs up from anybody so that, I want to make sure that my voice reaches all of you. Thank you. I hope you are able to hear me. So, coming back to the, oh, thank you. Thank you. I get a few comments that yes, good. Thank you very much. Sorry for the inconvenience. Coming back to the similarities between the beautiful child and the enlightened sage, they are blissful, they are happy without any reason. The child, when it is born, the child comes without any mind, and the child is very naturally connected to the universal consciousness. As the child grows in society, the child develops a mind. Over a period of time, the child grows up to adolescence, adult, the mind is fully developed. And as the mind is fully developed, the suffering also starts, because all this suffering in life comes from a deep identification with the mind. So the beautiful child, or the little child, very innocent, just not even aware of anything, the mind aspect, the conditioning aspect, is happy. The sage on the other side, he's on the other end of the spectrum. He has seen through everything, and he has transcended the mind. And then he has reclaimed his childhood, connecting to the universal consciousness. So he is blissful. And it is said that the more we are near to Omkar, the more we are near to the universal consciousness, we are near to the divine, near to the bliss. We celebrate life. And the further away we are from, and further away we are from ahankar and suffering. Ahankar means ego. And the more we are egoistic, we attract suffering. The further away we move from the divine. Now, all religions have disagreed and fought on everything except Om, except Omkar. All the religions have accepted and expressed it in their own unique style. I'll take a few examples. Quoting a verse from Quran, they say that He is God, the One, God the Eternal. He does not give birth, nor was He born, and there is nothing like Him. See, the expression is very similar. And if you go to Christianity, they say, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The same was in the beginning with God. And if you come to Zen, they say, it is the sound of one hand clapping. Normally, to make a noise, to make a sound, you need two hands. Unless there is friction, sound will not be produced. But when but there is a sound, there is that energy prevailing, which is prevalent everywhere all over the universe, which is not created by friction. It is just there. It is the natural sound, or the soundless sound, which our Upanishads call it Ekam Eva Dvityam Brahma. Brahma is one without a second. And Om, or Omkar, is the very being of existence. Om is not a word, but a resonance that is unique, having no source, no creation by anyone. It is the resonance of being, it is the resonance of the being of existence, very beautifully expressed by our wonderful master Osho. And how do we connect to this Om, to this Omkar, which is expressed in so many religions, which is the gateway to our celebrating life, which is the portal to Satyam, Shivam, and Sundaram? First, in the here and now, in deep meditation. Everything in life happens in the here and now. Whatever occurred in the past has gone. The future has not come. Right now, this very moment, life is happening. And with this portal, we enter into deep meditation. Meditation meaning a deep state where we are in total silence, in a no mind state, where there are no more thoughts. When there are no more thoughts, we are centered in our being. The way we live, one is at the head, one is one is at the level of the heart, and that much deeper level is the level we touch our being. Because we are just not the body, we live in the body. We are just not our emotions and feeling. We have emotions, we have feelings. We need the human body to have our spiritual experience. And when we are centered, when we transcend our mind, when we transcend our emotions and touch upon the center of our being, we enter into that dream of space, of silence, that zone of no mind, where there are no thoughts. And how do we connect to Om also? It is realized with Guru's grace, in the presence of a master or a guru. Because the master or the guru has transcended his mind, has transcended his ego, and entered that blissful state where he sees, where he enters his vast spaciousness. And he knows that the ego always comes back from the back door or the side door to claim that he is you. So the master's help is very essential for us to chop our ego. The moment our ego is chopped off, the moment our ego drops, we realize that we are much deeper than the mind, which is nothing but a bundle of conditionings given by society, given by parents, given by so many religions, and so on and so forth. We are much deeper than the mind, much deeper than our feelings. We are actually the very part of the divine or the very part of consciousness. We are consciousness. And Om is consciousness. It is the sound of silence. It is that sound which is always pervading. So the more we connect to Om or this silence within, the more we connect to the divine, the more life is a celebration. I'd like to speak today about one of the most beautiful messiahs of Omkar, Guru Nanak Dev. One minute. Guru Nanak was one of those very beautiful, unique masters who attained to God and self realization by singing to Him. Nanak did not practice any yoga or austerities. Singing was his yoga, his meditation, his divine path. This also goes to show that whenever we do something with our heart and soul, that can become our path to our inner spaciousness, our divinity. Guru Nanak was very unique, born about born in 1469, about almost 600 years back. There are many beautiful stories about him and his life. I'll mention a few of the stories which are relevant. It is said that when he was 16, he kept on singing late in the night, and that was his usual nature. He would keep singing and singing, and normally he would be singing in praise of the Lord. And so his mother told him, "Dear, it's very late in the night. Why don't you go to sleep?" And he answers his mother, "You see, he is calling his beloved, and he has to sing before his song reaches him. There is a nearby cuckoo which is making the sound pew pew. He says, this cuckoo will possibly get his mate, but I may not get my mate. I have to sing and sing, maybe many, many lives before my song reaches him." So that was uh, his meditation. When he gave his heart and soul into what he was singing in praise of the Lord. As the story goes, when he was around 30 years old and sitting in the banks of the river Bain on a moonless night with his friend, he suddenly entered the river. He goes deep and he just vanishes. Everyone gives him up for dead. But then he comes back after 3 days, a new man, to give the world the sacred truth of Japuji. This is a story, but this story has a beautiful significance. What it really means, Guru Nanak enters deep within, and in the process, he transcends his mind, his ego dies. It takes 3 days for his ego to be annihilated, and he is born anew. Japji are his first expressions of meeting with the divine, the vast inner spaciousness. And after coming back out of this very beautiful experience, he also makes a very powerful statement. He says, there is no Hindu, there is no Muslim. What he actually means to say is, deep down, we are all the same. Deep down, we are not divided. We are just the one and the same. The division comes from the mind. The division comes from our ego. The division comes from our conditioning and society. At the deepest level of our being, we are just one. That's a very powerful, beautiful statement and very relevant even today, because we fight over so many issues. Religions fight over so many issues. And this conflict, this divisiveness comes from our identification to to the mind and to the ego and to the body. When we connect in deeper meditative states to the consciousness within, all these divisions fall away. Japji is among his first expressions of his experience of divinity, of his experience of the vast inner spaciousness that he encountered. So, what he says, Ik Omkar Satnam, means God is one, Omkar is supreme. He's calling God as Omkar. Om is God, the same soundless silence which is pervading everywhere. And it belongs to everyone. It's not a Hindu thing, it's not a Muslim thing, it's not a Christian thing. It just belongs to the entire universe. He goes to say, Karta Purak Nirbhav Nirvair. Is that he is the creator beyond fear and enmity. Kal Murat, beyond time, he is immortal. Arjuni, he's saying he's beyond birth and death. Sai Bhag, meaning he's self-creating, self-illuminating. Guru Prasad, he also says that he is realized by Guru's grace. And this is very important to understand because the presence of the Guru, the guidance of the Guru helps us to chop our ego, helps us to transcend the mind. And only when we transcend the mind can we realize this beauty of consciousness. And he goes to say, Jap Ad Sach, Jugad Sach. So he was truth before ages. Nanak Hosi be such. Nanak says, he is truth and forever will be. So these are expressions, beautiful expressions that comes from the very depth of his being after a beautiful, deep meditative state. Japji is the foundation of what culminates as the Guru Granth Sahib. Guru Nanak Dev's songs, Shabads, and the Shabad of all the 10 Sikh Gurus and other saints form the Guru Granth Sahib, which is considered the 11th eternal, everlasting Guru. Through the Shabads, Guru Nanak connects to the divine, connects to our vast inner spaciousness that is there. And through the Shabads, he connects us to the divine. I wanted to play the Shabad, but unfortunately I'm not able to play. There is a beautiful Shabad by Sant Kabir. It goes Ram Ras Pyare as a very beautiful Shabad. Kabir was the guru of Guru Nanak, and one of the stories say that Guru Gobind was initiated by Sant Kabir when he was roaming around as a young boy. Kabir met him and initiated him into the path. And Kabir's Shabad This very Shabad, Ram Ras Pyare, expresses the very essence of divinity and how we can connect to it and celebrate it. He says, the song goes like this. He says, I drink in the sublime essence of the Lord. That is when I am deeply connected to that consciousness, to that being within me, I drink his very essence. I become his very essence. With the taste of this essence, I have forgotten all other tastes. So he says, oh, my mind, even if you carry someone's burden, they don't belong to you. And this is very interesting because the mind is the very root cause, identification of the mind to the mind is the very root cause to our suffering. And when we realize the mind is there, if we can disidentify ourselves with it, we can use it instead of being used by the mind. That's why he says, even if you carry someone else's burden, they don't belong to you. This world is like the perch of the bird in a tree. You're here one day and then you're gone. So he says, why weep on others' death when we too are not permanent? Whoever is born shall pass away too. Why grieve? We normally, since we are so much identified with our body and mind, so when the body perishes, we experience grief. This is because of our deep identification to the body. That's why he says, why grieve? Because when we pass away, we are reabsorbed into that from one from whom we came. Drink his essence, remember him, and be attached to him. So this is the very essence of this is the very essence of Sant Kabir's Shabad, which actually says that life can be a celebration instead of a suffering. Life is a suffering when we identify with the mind. When we identify ourselves with that universal consciousness, with Om, life becomes a celebration. And this is very relevant in today's world because we are divided in so many ways in terms of religion, in terms of countries, in terms of societies, in terms of conditioning, caste, creed, you just name it. It's bound to be there. You cannot avoid that. But when we can realize that we are not that, we are much deeper than that, life can become a celebration. From suffering to celebration. And that's what meditation really does. In deep silence, when we watch our breath, when we watch our emotions, when we just become the pure watchfulness that we are, we operate from a deeper dimension of awareness and love. So, with this, we will go into meditation today. Harika, can you help me with some music? Is it possible? sure whether Harika is listening, doesn't matter. We will just with the blessings of Sant Kabir, what he has said, and all the masters, let us take a deep breath. Let us close our eyes. Be seated in a very comfortable position and take a few deep breaths. With every breath, feel that you are getting relaxed. And with every breath you let go, feel all the tension, all the stress, all the strain are leaving you. Simple deep breathing. Breathe in as deep as you can. Be in no hurry and let go of the breath as slowly as you can. With every in breath, feel your parts getting relaxed. Feel your body getting relaxed. And with every out breath, feel all the tension, stress and strain leaving you. Focus your attention on the top of your head. As you breathe in deeply, feel the top of the head getting relaxed. Allow this relaxation to flow down your forehead, your eyes, your nose, your cheeks, your ears, your chin, and feel your entire face beautifully relaxed. Allow this relaxation to flow down your neck, down your left and right shoulders. As you breathe in and breathe out, feel both your neck and your shoulders are nicely relaxed. Allow the relaxation to flow down your back, your upper back, your middle back, and your lower back. As you breathe in and breathe out, feel your entire back fully relaxed. Allow your attention on the front of your body, your upper part of the chest, your stomach, your abdomen and buttocks. As you breathe in deeply, feel your entire front part of the body, abdomen and buttocks, fully relaxed. Enjoy the relaxation. Be with the relaxation. Allow the relaxation to flow down your thighs, your knees, your calf muscles, your ankle, and the soles of your feet. And as you breathe in and breathe out, feel both your legs are fully relaxed. As you breathe in and breathe out, feel your entire body, right from the top of the head to the tips of your toes, completely relaxed. Enjoy this relaxation. Be with this relaxation. You may now let go of deep breathing and breathe your normal, natural, spontaneous breathing. And watch this breathing cycle. Watch your in breath as the breath goes in. Watch the entire process. Be with the breath. Watch the gap. Watch the flow of breath go out and watch the gap. Your normal, natural breathing. If it is deep, it is fine. If it is shallow, it is fine. Just be with your breath. Every step. You're breathing in, be with the breath. You're in the gap, be with the gap. Breath is flowing out, you are flowing out with the breath. Be with the flow, and then be with the gap again. Keep watching the cycle of breath. Just be the watchful awareness that you are. There is nowhere to go, nothing to do. Just be in the here and now and watch your breath come and go. Meditation is being in the here and now. Meditation is just being the watchful awareness that you are. If thoughts come, watch them, they will go. Come back to your breath. Watch the flow of breath come in and go out with the gaps in between. You are the watchful awareness. Few more moments, and as I count 1 to 3, you will come back to the present moment, fully refreshed, fully recharged, fully re energized, with all the love, all the joy and awareness that you are. 1. Feel yourself, the comfort of your room. 2. Feel your surroundings. Feel the sounds coming from all over the place. 3. Feel your body touching the chair or the ground. And whenever you're ready, before opening your eyes, gently place your hands on your eyes. And whenever you're ready, very gently, you may open your eyes and come back to the present moment. So, thank you very much. If there are any questions, you can put it in the comment box. I can try to address them. Looks like there are no questions. Thank you. Thank you for joining. Love and gratitude to all of you. Love and gratitude to all our masters, Dr. Newton Kondavati, Dr. Lakshmi, all the masters of QLU, and all the masters, right from Kabir, Guru Nanak Dev, Buddha, Jesus, and everyone who have shown the light and continue to show the light and love for us to lead the way. Thank you very much and wish you a good day.